You're in the middle of a fucking UFC fight and there's like people behind you. But it's too echoey. It doesn't have any like. Yeah, I know. I know. Anyways, let me get this shit going, man, because fuck, dude. 2 podcasts? Why would I do that to myself? What's up with y'all, man? Thank you for joining me today, you fucking drug addicts. If you're on this podcast, it's because you heard it on my other podcast where I was talking about I was going to round up all the drug addicts and we were going to sit our asses here and we were going to talk about all the bullshit that caused us to go into all this drug shit, the trauma that comes behind it, all that craziness, all right? We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about all those weird moments that we had when we were smoking crack and doing all that shit. We're not going to do that. We're absolutely not going to do that. I don't do that shit. Before I even begin, I want to show nothing but gratitude and respect to the people that actually do that. Because, you know, it's a different type of niche and I respect it 100%. I was in the same place. I came from the same type of problems, you know, similar struggles. So, you know, dumb my brothers and sisters over there. So I respect it. But this is not that. If you want that, you go and you find it somewhere else. But if you just want to kick back, you just want to relax, you just want to chill, then you came to the right place, you son of a bitch. Anyways, man, listen, 2026 is off to a crazy, crazy start, man. And we know this, right? Because I spoke about this shit on the social intervention pod. And so we know that. We know it's crazy, right? However, in this pod, I want to explain something to people, right? 2026 is crazy. How are we supposed to get through 2026 without fucking losing our minds, right? And then how about the people that, you know, have that extra struggle, right? That person that has that extra bit of baggage, you know, how are they going to get through 2026? So the answer's simple, man. You know, you focus on yourself. That's probably one of the first things you got to do. You know 2026 is going to be crazy. You got Trump already launching ICE into several more states, right? So it's just going to keep happening. It's just a part of the game. It's just going to keep happening. What you need to do is you need to focus more on yourself, focus on your family, focus on your finance. A lot of time people just get so fucking consumed that everything else in their life starts to fucking deplete and everything else in their life starts to get exhausted, you know, like relationships, fucking friendships, fucking bank accounts, everything just starts to deplete. And so you have to try to figure out a way to navigate through that type of thing. Otherwise, you're just going to end up in a really bad place at the end of this year. I'm telling you, 2026 just started. We got a long way to go. Now, a lot of people know how to, I can honestly tell you, it took me a long time to get it together. But now that I have, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's easier on this side. Not having to be, you know, worried about extra amounts of stuff, you know, whether that be, you know, drugs, whatever the fuck. You can actually take that time to actually work on yourself and you don't have to be focused on the bullshit. Social media tends to be a big trigger for people. When you get on social media, automatically, you know, you're already going to be faced with a bunch of fucking chaos. That's just the way it is, right? You're going to see everything from Trump invading a fucking country to a fucking, the American Idol fucking singer or some bullshit, you know, getting caught with fucking drugs overseas or something on a tour. Who knows? I don't know. It's just, but you get online and you're met with just all of this fucking information. And then what are you supposed to do with it? Right? Like, what are you supposed to really do with all of this information that you get on the computer, right? Well, common sense dictates you just, you know, you take it, you process it, and then you make your own final analysis of that. It's pretty much that simple. The problem is, nowadays, a lot of people get online and they jump the gun, figuratively speaking, but also kind of like, you know, actually speaking. People are out here getting triggered by words, and then they end up doing something that cannot be reversed. You see what I mean? So that's the problem I think that we're facing right now. Is just too many people are getting fucking caught up online, and online shit is not real. I've said this before. The media is not real. All of the stuff that you see online, it's not real. They make it seem like it's a big problem, and really it's a very small, like fraction of an issue. But because you see it so often, it overwhelms a person. It makes them think, oh shit, this shit is everywhere. Not necessarily. Connecticut is a big ass state. And by scale, it's one of our smallest states in the United States. So when you think about it in that aspect, a lot of these isolated problems that you see around, I'm not talking about the ICE things, that's a whole different scenario. I just mean like all of the shit that you see, all the other drama that pops up, right? It's all constant. It's not everywhere. It's not the end of the world. Fucking Kim Kardashian drinks fucking Puerto Rican blood. That's not the end of the world. It's just one person. I think she stopped doing that, actually. I mean, I could have probably just made that up. But the point is, no, I actually think I actually read that somewhere. But the point of the matter is, man, it's not the end of the fucking world. 2026 is going to be here for a little bit with us guys. That doesn't mean you're going to go grab a fucking habit. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean you're going to fucking go back into something you used to do. We don't go backwards, right? At least that's what they fucking say at those AA meetings. You got to take steps forward, guys. Yeah. We know. They say Elon's going to be landing on Mars, I think in like 6 months. Well, not Elon, but, that rocket he's sending out there. I wonder what he's going to send out there, man. I be thinking about shit like that, man. Sometimes I get in my head, I'll just be sitting there in a room, right, just right before I go to bed, right. I shut the lights off, I shut the TV off, and I kind of just lay there, and I kind of just like space out, and I start thinking about the most dumb fucking shit. Like, I started thinking about the Tesla robots, right? Being sent out there to Mars. What the fuck they gonna do up there? Like, I want to see that. Like, it would be fucking awesome if MTV was to come back. R.I.P. MTV. And they made a fucking, they made like a reality show with just robots on Mars, right? Just fucking have cameras everywhere. And just let these AI fucking misfits just go to fucking town or something, right? But then I also realized that, I lost a lot of brain cells doing drugs. So that's probably another reason why I think like that. But I could be wrong. There might be people out there that think like that are not like me. I got to be careful with the way I fucking move this jug too, man. I just hit the fucking microphone. Work on your triggers, guys. That's basically it, man. Work on your triggers. 2026 is not going to be that hard, man. It gets hyped up far too much, I know. A lot of people are excited about 2026, but, it's going to come and it's going to go. Just do you, man. Do you, and watch them triggers. Because them shits will definitely sneak up on you, all right? At the last moment. It almost happened to me the other day. All right, so a little bit about me real quick, right? When I go to the store, right? When I go grocery shopping, I hate grocery shopping, okay? I don't fucking like to do it. So what I do is when I go, I have this routine. Now, this routine gets kind of like disrupted for whatever reason. I tend to lose my mind. And that's okay. That's fine, right? I held myself back, but I might have said a couple of words. So what happened was I got to the store, I went in there, I got all my shit. By the time I made it all the way out and I got to the front end of the store, I went into the self-checkout. Self-checkout meaning it's just me, right? Me, personally, this guy. So why the fuck did I have to have this cashier follow me through the entire process, right? Didn't fail. Every time I scanned something, please wait for assistance. So I keep scanning these items. And every minute and a half, I get this needing assistance thing again. And then this little old lady has to walk over, right? do her little tick, 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 and then let me get my shit, right? This whole fucking process took me like 20 minutes. It's a self-checkout. I wanted to flip, but I chose not to. Moral of the story is, be ready for an old lady to try to fucking slow you down at the grocery store. I don't know. This is the first episode of the Not Another Sobriety Show. The next episode will be on Tuesdays, man, so make sure you check us out. Not Another Sobriety Pod. We're going to have some merch, right, that we're going to distribute of Patches' paws, right? We're going to be selling paw pics online for anyone who might want to be, venture off into that thing. I don't know if you into that stuff. But anyway, so we'll have all that shit on the online website. You can go check it out. And then, I don't know, maybe an OnlyFans later or something. Check it out, though, man. Don't say you're going to do it and then you don't do it. Go check out my cat's paws. All you got to do is just hit the link and you will find them. All right? I sell them on the side. All right? I be hustling them shits. I gets down like that. That's what I do. Okay? And she cool with that. All right?